offer the best grooming fighters for you. That's all natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be your swagger, style, class, and luxury. Makeup products that are made for you with high quality. Yeah, so get in style with the black, yeah. Company, give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. Black, gentleman, black, yeah. Company, give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
Yo. What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to the post-fight show with Stormybman for this Saturday, now Sunday morning, June 30th, 2024. This is the post-fight show for the WBC Super Flyweight title against Juan Francisco Estrada and Jesse Bam Rodriguez. The fight just wrapped up moments ago, where we saw the Bam man do it once again with the 7th round KO over Juan Francisco Estrada. What a fight, man. This is what I keep telling you guys, do I not, to pay attention to boxing, to pay attention to someone other than who these big channels and these man fans seemingly want to continue to push to the forefront. This fight was an excellent fight. I talked about it in my pre-fight breakdown video about it being a changing of the guard type circumstance, where the old stalwart Juan Francisco was a guy who had pretty much run that division, and having defeated the likes of Sor Rungvisai and Chocolatito, he had made his stake in the division. But I also talked about him being off for 18 months. That right there, let me tell you something, inactivity can ruin or definitely derail a fighter. But Bam came in and the kid is polished. He is soaring up the pound for pound list. After his last fight, he broke into the top 10 of the Stormybman Thunderous top 10. And now, as I watched him this evening, I'm just amazed at his progress. He's getting better and better. Now, we did see him in against a man that's 10 years his senior. I want to see him do the same thing to his contemporaries, because age at those lower weights are very prominent in what transpires, because these guys are cutting weight to make those weight divisions at the lower weights. And when you pass 30, when you're down there in the booger weights, it really shows up in your conditioning. It shows up in your ability to absorb punishment, and the ability to take shots and all of that. But what a fight, man. What a fight. I stayed up for this one. I made sure that I rested myself throughout the day because I wanted to see this fight. I did not elect to tune in to the ESPN broadcast, although I got word out there about some of the other people who decided to take that in. But I didn't want to do that type of damage to myself. So I stayed ready for this, and boy, did they deliver in this main event. Salute to both Juan Francisco and Jesse Rodriguez, because these two men, they show you exactly what boxing is all about with what they do in the ring. The way that they perform night in and night out, just amazing. And they were two who were in there battling, giving as good as they got. When I saw Juan Francisco come back from the knockdown that he suffered in the 4th round, in the 6th round, he comes back and puts Bam on the canvas. I'm like, uh-oh, we got something here. We got something. So it was definitely a fight that was ebb and flow, give and take. Southpaw against orthodox. There's really a lot to unpackage here. But I want to take a quick moment and go to the chat, see who we got in the building, man. Let's see who we got out there this evening. Yeah. Jimmy Bernard is in the building saying, "What's good, Sensei?" Salute to the chat. Smash that like button while entering the building. Chilltown Majors is out there. Shawalai is out there. Steph Brown says, "Be well, Stormy." Salute. And our chat family here, hit the like button. Tell a friend, share with some kin. Yes, sir. J. Wayne Citizen is out there with the Jackie Chan emojis. What's happening with you? Steph says, "I was very impressed with that fight just now, beginning to end. Also, I enjoyed how both men responded to their post-fight interviews with Chris Mannix." Yeah, man. And Estrada says he wants to exercise his rematch. He left no doubt. You see how these guys are? It's like when it's a real fighter, he could tell you, Johnny, on the spot, yeah, I want my rematch. You got other guys, oh, I want to go and talk to my team and think it over with my family. Wait till the 11th hour and then say they're going to exercise the rematch clause and then don't go through with the damn rematch. All this foolishness, man. But these men, they're like, hey. And hey, I can understand Estrada because he's the type of guy, you got to do it to him twice in order to convince him that it's a done deal, huh? And I love that. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Yep. Learn is in the building saying, salute Stormy B, man. What a fight. Yes, sir. It was definitely that. Shakers and Dice is with us saying peace to the chat. He said Bam's footwork was amazing. Jimmy Bernard says smash the like button. J-Man is out there. Darius Gilliard is out there. B-Mac is in the building saying salute Stormy B-Man. What's good with you? Yeah, this was the type of fight that when you want to tune in and watch a good boxing match, because these two men were both boxer punchers. Neither guy is a slugger. Neither guy is a bruiser, but both guys work off of angles, timing, punch placement, footwork, and defense. And you could see the level that they were competing on very early. Very early. I mean, in the first round, you could see it. And I'm like, wow, this is really, high level boxing right here. And it didn't matter that these were two Mexican fighters. What matters is these two men with their well-honed skill sets came out and competed at the highest level in the sport. And when you do compete at the highest level like that, and you're not afraid to take risks, what happens is what you saw tonight. Now, if either man was afraid to take risks, what would happen is this fight would be less exciting. But taking the risk can leave you vulnerable. And this is the aspect of boxing that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, because you always look at it like, oh, this guy is getting the better of this guy or whatever. But both men had a lot to say. That's why Estrada coming back and dropping Bam in that 6th round, it meant something, y'all. It really did. He was sending a message that I'm here, but he didn't go out there to do that to him, but he came out with more purpose and intent. In other words, I got to step this up. But he did admit in the post-fight interview, he may have taken Bam a little bit light. But I think even more than taking him a little light, that 18-month layoff, man. Because Bam has been fighting. He's already fought this year. So it's like you have to pay attention to that type of aspect of being active. It can make a difference in your career. Steph Brown says, right, Estrada, former ring champ. He's a boxing warrior. The elder to Bam said he wanted his rematch. Boxing Fan ×4 says Bam had too much youth for Estrada. Jimmy Bernard says, facts, Stormy. Can't stand fighters that be saying that. Yeah, and some of them are your favorite guys, too. I'm not going to mention names, but just know that they've already told on themselves with their actions and their behaviors. They're out there. Some of them are getting ready to fight soon, too. Jimmy Bernard said, oh, I read that one. William Old School, what's good with you, William? He says, salute, Stormy. Great night of boxing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Todd Swindle's out there saying, salute, Stormy, be in chat. Steph Brown says, agreed. Highest level, supreme, 100%, Sensei. Estrada fought back and had to block a lot of punches just now. Yep. J-Man says 100. Todd Swindle says, Bam's punch placement is amazing. And everybody else is saluting and conversing. Hey, man, listen. I was totally into that fight. Totally into it. Paid a lot of attention to what was transpiring. And I was just saying, wow. And then at one moment, they read that stat that said that Bam was landing 50% of his power punches. And they were saying that this fight is not going to go 12 with him tagging Estrada like that. And they were correct. And did you see the beautiful combination that he hit Estrada with to drop him that first time? It was reminiscent of the combination that Tank Davis threw when he stopped Frank Martin a couple weeks ago. You know, when fighters are sharp, that type of activity just flows. It flows, and it's like a river, huh? The current is just beautiful. I can't rule out the fact that, more so than the age factor, the fact that Juan Francisco was out 18 months against a young whirlwind firecracker like that. No way, man. You got to get in there. And Bam had trained and sparred with Chocolatito, a former nemesis of Estrada's. So, and I know that Estrada had trouble in that last fight with Chocolatito. And Chocolatito should have gotten that decision, but he didn't. So, whereas Bam could step up with the activity a little more than Chocolatito did due to aging, I knew that he would be in a position to do certain things that Chocolatito just couldn't do because of that factor, the aging and the number of fights. Bam is fresher. You know, I don't think he has 20 fights yet. Let me look at his record again, because it makes a difference. Let's see here. Yeah, this made his 20th fight tonight. So he's 20-0 now with 13 KOs. Listen, man, that liver shot where he dug an uppercut liver shot, caught Francisco in an exchange where he was wide open and took him down. And that was a KO. That was not a TKO. That was not a referee stoppage. That was a KO. Juan Francisco did not beat the count. He was counted out. Something that had never happened to him before. So I know he's going to go home and look at that, and he's going to be miffed. He's going to be really miffed about that. Great fight, though. Man, that was a great fight. Watching these two guys. You could just see the talent, right? You could just see, man. This kind of reminds me of when Oscar De La Hoya beat up Julio Cesar Chavez. You know, Chavez was bleeding like a stuck pig in the slaughterhouse in that first fight. The second fight, he still just overwhelmed Chavez. But that first fight, De La Hoya looked so many levels above Chavez. It was like he was driving 100 miles an hour and Chavez was driving 35 to 40. Man, it was crazy. Bam was fighting at 100 miles an hour, but Juan Francisco was fighting probably at 70, huh? Not quite the 30 or 40 like Chavez, but still. Man, what a great fight. Now, I know some of you has stayed in there to watch Lopez and Claggett, but I didn't even want to tune in to that. And I think I had alluded to that when I did my stream earlier, the Friday night chop session, late edition, because I knew that we would be seeing something thrilling in this fight. So I didn't even want to taint that. I just was patient. It almost got tainted with Sonny Edwards' fight against Adrian Curiel, because Sonny Edwards is the kind of guy that you got to be from the UK to like that kid. He's kind of obnoxious with his personality. He's a mover with no power, and he does a lot of dirty tactics in there, and he headbutts intentionally, uses his head to spear his opponents. But it was an incidental clash of heads that led to him getting that bad cut over his eye that led them to stopping the fight and going to the scorecards, in which he was ahead. So he won the fight. But I didn't like sitting up watching Sonny Edwards as a precursor to the main event. They could have put him down on the undercard somewhere and brought one of those other fighters from before the bell up to let us see that, because I just, Sonny Edwards is an acquired taste that Stormy B-Man doesn't have. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be plain and simple with it. Yeah. Shower says, absolutely wonderful fight. Yeah, you know, you guys talking about Bam using these angles. That reminds me of a young Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson was a young fighter, and I'm talking about before he won the WBC title from Trevor Berbick, Mike would give angles to guys, and he would be punching off of the side of them, and they wouldn't know where he was, and he could punch hard, but he was punching in combinations, double hooks, hook, right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook, double hook. Mike had very good combinations, uppercuts mixed in into the interim of those combinations, and he got wicked results from that. He could jump to the side, he could step to the side, he could spin and turn you. He was well trained early in his career. He got away from a number of those technical nuances that made him exciting. And once he did that, he just became pretty much an average guy with a big punch. Yeah. So, but that's what Bam reminds me of. And he's in that youthful stage right now. And he's going to be good like that for a couple of years, because, again, as he gets toward 30, there's that, you know, for the little guys, 30 is like most guys when they're approaching 40. Yeah, because of the weight cuts and stuff down at the lower divisions. But what an exciting, man, that was a good fight. Tone Brown says, just think that this early in his career, he already beat 3 of the 115 legends. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. He's well schooled, and the fact that he goes in against the quality opposition, there's no way to go but up. A lesson could be learned by he doing that for some of these other fighters out there. But they, again, we're in an era that's coming to an end. This stuff about the guys who don't want to face the best and all of that, that's getting ready to go away, you guys. But be prepared for the new wave and era of fighters who are willing to go out and test themselves. It's going to make a difference. Because these guys who don't want to do that, it's okay, because that next crop of fighters, they're going to come up and they're going to do what's necessary. They really will. Young Hollywood says, you didn't miss much. Another top-ranked snooze. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. I already told you about Teofimo Lopez. I've said what I've had to say about that kid. Not much. Todd Swindle, if you look at my pre-fight video breakdown, I said that was going to happen. I said it. But see, you guys don't watch my videos, man. You want to come in here and be a part of the numbers for the post-fight and everything, but you don't want to pay attention to the gems that Stormy drops. And then later on, you want to come and say, hey, salute, sensei, words of wisdom. How is that? It's just like guys who say, oh, so-and-so was the best teacher or instructor or professor in school. But how do you know? You wasn't even in class, huh? You just going on what somebody else said? Dumb. Now see, hold on, check this out. Steph Brown says, Bam has a really good style. He mastered his outlook on punching, where to place them, and like you said, that uppercut liver shot plus his power. Boy put English on it and Bam just threw it to the gut. Now I'm gonna dial you back a little bit, Steph Brown. Bam is not Superman. He's not. He's a good young fighter, well-schooled and well-tooled. He's in his prime right now. But if you listen to what I say earlier in this live, I said he has done this against a number of these elder statesmen, but I want to see him do it against guys his age, guys like himself. There are certain things he won't get away with guys that are youthful like he. Your reaction time, your recovery time, your desire, even sometimes coming into your man's strength and power and understanding. All of that factors in. And I said several times already that Estrada had been off for 18 months. That makes a difference. It makes a difference. See, youth is great. Experience is invaluable. And there has to come a point in time when those paths come together and carry a person on into the future. See, Estrada already admitted to the fact that he was a little bit dismissive of Bam. But finding himself on his ass in the 4th round probably alerted him like, oh, this is what they're talking about. But see, once you get hit upside the head and you're dazed and concussed, hey, it is what it is by that point. People that study film and study tendencies and things of that nature, they can correct situations and come back better. The only thing about Estrada is he'll be a few months older when they face each other in the rematch. And Bam already has had the experience of being able to put him down and what put him down. So that's even more because he doesn't have the unknown factor like he had going in. So will Estrada fight a different type fight? Will he use different types of tactics to keep himself in a competitive mode? Or will he go into that fight realizing after a few rounds that this kid is just damn good and look to survive? See, those are the aspects that can generate going forward for a rematch that many people don't even think about. But I'm very happy with this fight because it delivered what boxing fans look for. There was drama, there was action, there was a sense of some technical aspects going on. The one thing that Dazn, if they really wanted to make their broadcast better, if they could start miking up the corners so that we could hear between every round what the cornermen are saying, that would elevate their broadcast so much more. To be able to give us an opportunity to have a bird's eye view of what's transpiring in the corners between rounds. I'm a big fan of that. I miss HBO's broadcast for doing that because they gave us so many quality nights with that. And I'm surprised that these other boxing networks haven't reminisced on that and said, hey, we want to bring that element into our broadcast because we enjoyed it so much. Because everyone did. Everyone enjoyed those corner moments in HBO broadcasts. But these different platforms that are broadcasting boxing of today, they're just not thinking of it. ESPN really sucks, but Dazn, it would be great because we would hear less of those guys that are talking on the network. They talk too much, really. Mannix and those guys, they just, especially for untrained eyes. Just because you've watched a whole bunch of fights don't mean you have a trained eye. It doesn't. The cursing is a part of the drama. And we are on cable now. This is not network TV. This is cable. It's cable. They got to take some profanity into consideration. Hell, if they could interview Tyson Fury and he could run around saying what he says, or you got guys like Ryan Garcia that's introducing any male subjects to his private parts. Hey, listen, grow up, Grow up. A coach in the corner yelling, screaming, using profanity to drive a point home to his charge. This is part of the drama. Everybody loved the Rocky films, They weren't telling Sylvester Stallone, don't put that in the script, Get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you, No, nobody said nothing about that, Yeah. Todd Swindle says the fight announcers for ESPN are so one-sided. You would think that their boxer was shadow boxing. Listen, man. Listen. Someone needs to get word to that Tessitore guy and that other moron that's on there. They didn't have Milk Dud Head Bradley on the night. For whatever reason, they probably told him to go sit down somewhere because they mad at him for talking about the other stuff outside of the network, But, yes, they're too biased, and they need to be brought up to speed with professional boxing talk. The fact that they got rid of Andre Ward speaks volumes, because they want to clear the space for these guys to litter the airwaves with their bullshit. And that's unfortunate, because Andre Ward at least was a professional world champion who could definitely provide anecdotes to what's going on. When he start talking about body language of fighters and stuff like that, I know what he's talking about, but you know, he didn't articulate it enough to explain that to people that may not be in the know. Tim Bradley would understand, but those idiots sitting next to him in the studio, they didn't know what he was talking about. But when they talk, they try to come across like they're really versed and know what the hell they're saying. Teddy Atlas years ago called them morons. So go figure. What I'm doing is just reiterating they're dummies. That's all. Jay Grant Jr., you think that Rodriguez is a bad boy? He had a great performance tonight. He's on a roll. But see, don't do that to yourselves. Start talking and uplifting this kid like he's an immortal or something, and he's not. Keep it in its proper perspective. There are a handful of really good fighters out there in boxing. But it's amazing how the ones who are really good, not a lot of conversation being spoken about these guys. When you talk about the likes of Bam Rodriguez and Monster Inoue, it's like, hey, it's time to hear something. See, my Thunderous top 10, it has some familiar names in there. But there are some guys who are still in the top 10, but their placement has shuffled. And as I indicated earlier this evening in this broadcast, someone like Bam, he's ascending, he's climbing up. He should actually be in the top, at least the top 6 now in the Thunderous top 10 list that I have. There's a lot of people out here listening to this broadcast. I don't care. But yeah, overall, this was a pretty darn good fight. I knew it would get to that level, though. I knew it. You know, I knew it. Yeah, I just hope that people start paying attention to the breakdown videos a little more, because that information is out there for you to bring you up to speed. But if you don't tune into it, hey, you know, that's your bad, not mine. But it's time to hear from my man, the Focus Ball.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
Yeah. So it's late, you guys. I'm not going to keep you guys all night long. I just want to thank you all for stopping in, those who decided to hit the like button. But this was a very, very worth the wait fight between Juan Francisco Estrada and Jesse Bam Rodriguez. These two men, they're going to do it again. According to Estrada, he wants his get back. He wants a rematch right away. And that's great, because the way Dazn has been putting boxing together in the year of 2024, they are knocking more out of the park than hitting those base hits that they were known, and foul balls that they were dealing us just a few short years ago. So with that being said, I want to say thank you. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Is coming up with the 4th. But hey, listen, be safe out there. And we'll catch you guys on the next post-fight. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And we gone. Enjoy your night.
Is this not why you were here?